Dean Ambrose kicks off Raw with a steel chair in hand. It's the same one that he used to hit The Miz last week. Ambrose starts calling out The Miz and says he's looking for a fight, but Seth Rollins comes out instead. Tells Dean he's picking a fight he can't win with The Miz because it's 3-on-1, and that last week Dean told him to stay out of his fights, but Dean was the one who came out and helped Rollins. He asked Dean if he would be by his side or in his way when he goes after The Miz, and he called Dean brother. Ambrose said he isn't his brother because he stabbed him in the back. Rollins angrily replied that was 3 years ago and that he's sorry. Ambrose doesn't seem to accept the apology, so Rollins gives him his back and tells Ambrose to hit him with the chair if it'll make him feel better. Ambrose throws the chair out of the ring and then Miz comes out with Axel and Dallas, ruining the whole segment. Miz talks a lot of shit and the three of them surround the ring with chairs and just beat down Rollins and Ambrose. After the break, the Miz and his goons are shown leaving the arena. Alexa Bliss and Bayley had an alright match. For some reason Nia came out during it and just stood at ringside. Then Sasha Banks comes out and attacks Nia, which distracted Alexa, and that allowed Bayley to hit a Bayley to belly for the win. Mustafa Ali and Jack Gallagher took on Brian Kendrick and Drew Gulak in a no one gives a shit match. Ali pinned Brian Kendrick after hitting an inverted 450 splash. Enzo Amore comes out and cuts a promo about how it doesn't matter if you lose as long as you keep fighting. Cass comes out, but Enzo leaves the ring and goes into the crowd to watch the match Cass is about to have with the Big Show. But before the Big Show could get inside the ring, Cass attacks him, and they start to fight. Then Enzo runs in and gets involved, but Cass just lays him out too. Backstage, Kurt Angle goes up to Ambrose and Rollins and makes them two versus The Miz, Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas for next week. Elias Sampson tries to sing a song to us, but it's yet again interrupted by Finn Balor. During their match, they go to the outside, and Sampson grabs his katana and he breaks it over Finn's head, causing a cut on the side of it. That was the end of the match, and Sampson walked off. As Balor was being helped to the back, Bray Wyatt came on the Titantron and said something. Balor and Wyatt must be going into a feud. Backstage, Sasha and Bayley are each making a case to Kurt Angle about why they should be a #1 contender, so he makes a match between them next week to decide it. Akira Tozawa had a match with Ariya Daivari. Early on in the match, Akira hurt his shoulder, and Daivari kept working on it. Titus O'Neil eventually got on the apron and told the ref to stop the match, and he did. Tozawa stormed off when he found out it was Titus that made the ref stop the match. It's time for the Kurt Angle reveal, the big story they've been building for who knows how long now, and it's revealed that Jason Jordan is Kurt Angle's son. He's on Raw now, and that's it. They hugged or whatever, but that was it. Pretty shit. The Hardy Boys took on the Revival in what I thought wasn't that good of a match. Jeff went up for a swanton, and Dash Wilder pushed him onto the ropes, and Scott Dawson pinned Jeff while pulling his pants up. It sort of looked like Jeff's right shoulder was up. We're told that Finn Balor will have a no DQ match with Elias Sampson next week. Guessing Bray's just gonna run out and bash Balor. Time for the main event to determine the #1 contender for SummerSlam. Joe and Reigns had a match until Braun Ruffman came out and beat up the both of them. The ref didn't call the DQ and the bell didn't ring, so I don't know who won. And Braun just walked off while they were both laid out, and that was the main event. Raw goes off the air with them plugging that Kurt and Jason Jordan are having an interview on the network after Raw. I thought the first segment was cool until The Miz interrupted it, but that was about it. In a 3-hour show, about 6 minutes of it was good. Well, see you next week for the next Rush Raw review.